All right, so welcome everybody to the Shooting the Shit series.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a weekly thing that myself and Mihai are going to be doing.
Yes, sir.
We're going to be talking about, a bit different things than what we could throw into the videos, a little behind the scenes stuff, a little bit of miscellaneous topics, if you will.
Whatever you guys want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. So this is going to be kind of our outlet, and like I said, once a week. So we're looking forward to it.
This is Brad's first time on the mic, so don't worry, guys.
As you can tell, I need to get used to this. I need to get used to the camera. There's a lot of things to get used to.
We're gonna get there slowly. At least he knows how to drive a car, so that's positive.
Hey, that's the main thing for our group.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's get into talking about a little bit of backstory about the characters. So why are you associating your things with these characters?
Yeah, that's a good chat. That's a good start. People can at least figure that out. So I named every car of mine, and we kind of spun it off. Obviously, associating a cartoon character based on the attributes of the vehicle, it hits multiple levels of demographics from kids to parents, and even if the parents aren't into it, their kids growing up, we're seeing these characters so that they can associate easier, and then that way it takes it away from it, being a car or a Lamborghini per se or an Audi. It's now Stitch or whatever, Sully. It just makes it a little more appealing, and you can spin off a lot more off of it. So currently right now, obviously we got Stitch, the Aventador, and then I'm going to name my Golf R is named Lilo, obviously from Lilo and Stitch. And then I'm hoping to get another car here pretty quick, and it's going to be in the JDM world, so we're going to spin that off to the Pokemon side, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with. And I'm going to name it Snorlax, because it goes hand in hand with the car, its personality, and also the demographic. And then Brad also named his. We kind of spun off his cars too, so it's pretty cool. So I'll let him talk about that. But
yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. I think it's going to be a really cool way to sort of embody the car and make it more than just a car. So like the matte black R8 is going to be Shadow, so the sort of evil cousin of Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic's going to be coming. Sonic's just being formulated right now in the lab.
Yeah. So similar but very different at the same time. And then of course we got Sully, as Mihai mentioned. So that's gonna be the big lumbering beast of a 1967 Mustang. So that'll turn some heads. That'll be an interesting one.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no, like that's the whole goal behind it. Just associate things with.
Well, you're forgetting about one more.
What's one more? Oh.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
How could I forget?
The Dadmobile.
Yeah, the Dadmobile. So
doesn't want to talk about it. It's all good.
So the S.S.S, the infamous S.S.S, that's going to be named Papa Smurf. So we got the grandfather's car. We'll do some things to it and make it a little bit less grandfathery, but it will be named Papa Smurf. So yes, it will be turning blue at one point. It's black now. So it's gonna be lots of good characters for the future.
That's right. It'll be fun. We'll put some red wheels on Papa Smurf. Give it the red shoes. We got to make it full thing. Might even get Brad to wear a gray beard when he pops out.
Oh God! Yeah, just embody the whole thing.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, he got a stuffy already for the one car. So.
Oh yeah, Sully's chilling over here somewhere.
He's hanging out.
Yeah.
The size of a 8-year-old kid.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be good. Of course, everything's hanging out in the toy shop here, so that's where we're doing our thing. So we'll be always coming at you guys from the toy shop.
Yeah, we'll be doing a full unveil of the space, not this Monday, but the following Monday. So you guys will get a full tour of it as well. So it's pretty sick.
Yeah, just putting the final details on. Got to clean the floors again. And
yeah, welcome to the province of Alberta.
Oh God. But no, it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna blow a lot of people's minds.
Yeah, 100%. I think so. I think it will too. I think it's gonna shake the world a little bit. We've had a couple meetings already, and just explaining to people the different ideas, and they're totally vibing, and I think everyone's understanding where the whole character and cartoon for each car is coming from. But kind of to spin it, it all started from Barney, which was an SV that was from Edmonton. It was purple, obviously, and then the gentleman named his car Barney. So I was like, wow, that's a great idea. I gained a lot of clout, a lot of traction. So I told Brad that we should implement the same process, and it's already started to pay off dividends for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Just, giving people another memory to associate with it. Like, we've already had conversations with people that were like, oh, Stitch was my favorite character as a kid, or whatnot. It just gives them another reason to like it and be interested.
100%. And then, I guess we could talk a little bit of ourselves too. This would be like a little intro video of the cars, the characters, and a little bit about ourselves, and then we'll spin off on random topics where we can dive deep and more specifics on a topic every week. But I'll let Brad chat first. Brad's the myth, the legend. We haven't heard a lot from Brad. I'm actually gonna open him up here into the channel pretty quick when we do the unveil of the toy shop. You guys will meet Brad and Ben, because they're obviously important people, part of the team. They're gonna be more and more in the videos and more involved. So, but I'll let Brad kind of give a little background.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, up until now, I've been in a lot of the behind the scenes of the videos, whether it's holding the camera or just observing and just sort of hanging out. But so I'm a 21-year-old, born and raised in Calgary.
Jesus, I'm an old timer.
Yeah, just basically just keeping Mihai in check, really.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, obviously huge car guy. Mihai and I actually met at the car wash of all places.
Yeah, Top Gear.
Top Gear.
Trying to get a sponsorship. Yo, Top Gear, if you're listening, we're trying to get a corporate card here where we just come in, swipe, and go. Hasn't really worked out so far. I'm a little bit upset, but hey, I threw some shade a couple weeks ago.
But yeah, I don't really know how much more of a car person thing that is meeting someone at the car wash, but whatever.
Drying the car off too.
Yeah, drying the cars off. Yeah,
that's hilarious. What's your favorite car? If you could have any car right now, besides my car, because that's obviously not fair. But
well, that's a tough choice. I mean, if people haven't met me before, I'm a bigger guy, so choices of cars for me to actually own and drive. Yeah, exactly. It's very selective.
Just remember, people, when your mom tells you you're 5'9", you weigh 180, it's not a bad thing. Or when girls tell you you're too short, tell them to go stick it where the sun don't shine, because you can actually fit in all the cars.
Yeah, you don't look like a goof with your head against the roof and your knees on the dashboard.
Right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Do these seats go further back? Nope, sorry, brother. They only go forward.
That's true, but no, I've always been a fan of Lamborghini. I actually hadn't sat in an Aventador until Mihai's very quickly found out that I wouldn't be able to own one, just for that reason.
Yeah, comfortability.
Just comfortability and not being able to see. It's kind of important. But I really like some of what people have been doing with custom GT3 RSs.
Yeah.
Putting twin turbo kits on them and things like that.
Oh, like good old Ed Mundy's.
Ed Mundy's, sick car.
It is a sick car.
And I know for a fact I can fit in it, so that's good. But not throwing hate at all to the good old R8. That's served me well. It's an awesome platform. Super happy with that for the time being. So
get the V10. Nothing's wrong with that V10.
Yeah.
Everyone chirps the R8. You know what? Some people personally that I know chirp the R8. And you know what? Fuck that. No way. The R8's a sick car. It pisses me off when people the R8. No, man, fuck. It's a sick car.
Yeah, for sure. And just, all the potential, the sound that it makes, a naturally aspirated engine, they're going to be a dime a dozen pretty quick here. So
100%.
It's definitely a special car, and value for money I think is very, very up there as well. Especially mine's the RWS series, so it's a limited series, but it was actually positioned to be priced below the base model, so kind of like an entry level to the V10. So pretty cool move by Audi in my opinion. You know, it's obviously a deal of a car, but it's still a limited series. Like right on the dash, it says 1 of 999.
Yeah, 100%.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, totally. Too bad they discontinued the R8 fully.
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty disappointed about that. I would have liked to see another few generations, but I get it. I mean, from a business standpoint,
doesn't make sense, yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't make sense.
But it'll just help values going forward. So
that's right. The Audi e-tron GT. Woo, all electric, right on.
Audience, have to take a visit to Royal Oak, give that baby a test drive.
Yeah, no doubt. I got invited on online. I got an email saying the release, and I thought they were gonna release at the dealership.
Oh.
So it's going nice. They were holding events during COVID. I was like, right on. But I definitely think it was just like a video online. It's just cool. Could not be bothered.
No,
sorry guys.
Yeah, it'll be good to get back to real events. I know we've been chatting quite a bit about bringing the cars out and having some people out and just having fun in groups again.
Yeah, I think that'll be a little brief glimpse of the future of what you guys can expect. There'll be some cool days and events for sure. Either set up from the vault with the vaults, people around us, or like at the new tracks. There's definitely going to be a lot of stuff going on, so you guys should definitely stay tuned. And you know, if you guys want more information, obviously as they come to definitely follow on Instagram, and go from there. Probably chat about that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Brad had a little bit of a change. We sat here for like 3 hours trying to figure out a new name for Brad.
Oh yeah, that was a crisis. We've had a few late nights here, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no doubt. Jeez.
But so basically where I started my Instagram account, my dad and I built up a 1967 Mustang. So I built an Instagram account basically around that car. So when you go through my account, towards the bottom, it's green 66 Mustang, and it's all over the place.
Yeah, for suits.
Yeah, exactly. Same color as Harvey Specter's. So there you go. But so that's sort of where I came from. Big fan of the classics. Like I had a 1970 Jeep truck that I still have yet to this day to see one just like it. I did unfortunately have to part ways with it, but I still look at pictures of it all the time. But
right.
Yeah, so basically recently, as Mihai was saying, we went through a bit of a name change. So now my Instagram is purely_driven. So that name's kind of works on a multitude of different levels. I actually had somebody ask me about it yesterday for the first time.
Oh, really? Who?
I did. It
on
was
Instagram or in person?
It was one of Hannah's friends.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Sick.
But
she's probably like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So they were just curious about what it meant, because what was interesting is the first thing that came to this individual's mind was like not car related at all. She thought it was just like drive, as in like motivated and like just being a driven person, which is exactly what I wanted, because I've always preached that for a very long time, and I know Mihai has as well, and I'm sure we're going to go into that very specifically in the future.
Totally.
But that's kind of what I wanted to do with that name, at least, is have something that works on multiple levels. So that the car level, obviously driving cars, but being driven as a person is very important and very hard to come by these days.
100%. I agree.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting for sure, and slowly but surely, as Mihai said, we're going to start integrating a lot of our different things, and I'll be in a lot of the different videos, once I get a bit more comfortable and not look like a goof waving at the camera, because that definitely happened last video. It'll get better though. It will get better.
That's the awkward wave.
Oh God, yeah.
It also works out really well, because I'm going to be switching my name from like Stitch to Stitched, so with an apostrophe D. So then essentially I'm like stitching all the cars together, and it all started with the event tour because of Stitch. So all this is happening and everyone's coming together because it fundamentally was the first piece that stitched everything together. So then we're going to integrate Brad's name with mine, so it's going to be purely Stitched by being driven. So then we can spin it off as like PSD for short, and we can use that as multiple angles as well. But that's how we're going to incorporate like my name switch with Brad's name switch in a way that it works as a collective car group name and motto. So it's pretty sweet in that sense.
Yeah, for sure. And like my biggest thing, part of the reason why it took me so long to figure out a name was trying to encompass all these different cars.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be evident once you guys start seeing more and more of them, but there is a big variety of cars coming and cars that we already have. And that's something we're super excited about because there's very different people, if you will, that would love a 1967 Mustang, and how they'd feel about an Aventador might not be the way Mihai feels about an Aventador, or the way that I feel about my R8. So, bringing a piece of all these different worlds together is really going to be something that's important to us.
Totally.
And for you guys even, that just broadens our reach and what you guys are interested in seeing, what kind of content you're interested in seeing.
100%. I agree.
Yeah, so, we're going to have the muscle, the Euro tuner worlds, the JDM worlds, the exotic worlds, and
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, exactly. So
every demographic. Who knows? We might even bring in the new Raptor when it comes out. Who knows?
That thing! I can't stop looking at photos of that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But that's also kind of where we're heading, and goals for the whole channel and even this podcast. Obviously we're all just car guys, and we want to bring that out and just shine that light out. And I think there's a lot of opportunity here in Calgary for that. I don't think there's enough of it showcasing, and I think the biggest misconceived belief is that if you don't like this car, you're not a car person, or if you don't like this car, you're not part of the world, or whatever. Everyone has their own thing, right? Brad likes a certain angle of vehicles. I like a different angle of vehicles. We obviously cross slap on certain angles too, but I think that's where we're trying to head with the channel and everything, is just to have more of that collective car world / car guy girl vibe. And then with this series, it's just more of just like how Brad said, you get a little inside scoop on us and the back stuff that we do, and the random stuff that goes down, or random topics we want to talk about or you guys want to hear about. So obviously if you guys have anything, DM us and we can chat, and we're going to be doing a lot of collabs and brand collabs and different builds, so we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and kind of talk about that. So that's kind of the goals of these two channels, and it allows also Brad to spearhead this. So Brad's going to pretty much take it all on and edit and post and run it through his page, and obviously I'm going to support him, but it's a cool way for us to work together in the same kind of platforms, but at the same time do different things at the same time.
Yeah, and still be benefiting each other on different levels. Like I can genuinely see a lot of things that we would chat about here that quite frankly just wouldn't be entertaining enough to be in a full vlog style of things, right? Like some of that kind of stuff you can't really talk about, or you can't talk over video of driving the car. Like it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, basically this is a super casual way of just getting to know us a little bit better and where we're gonna go from here. So
yeah, some inside fun. I think podcast is a great way for people to learn, and I think we'll do a lot of learning bases as well. Brad brings a lot of cool things to the table. I bring a lot of cool things to the table in terms of knowledge and tricks and tips and ideas on how we got to where we got and what we do and how we execute and implement. So that's something that I'm sure a lot of you guys will want to stay tuned on. But again, today's not the day for that.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on today. The next Lambo Stitch video will be pretty evident that we've been up to a lot. Next two videos actually.
Yeah.
We've been up to a lot of different things, lots of moving pieces.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool seeing sort of everything come to fruition, and and when those videos post, we can come back here and chat about
the different things.
Yeah, some of the things in between those videos and just what it all took to get these things done. So
it's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
toy shop's pretty sick. That's a big one for us, and
yeah,
obviously even if you guys are just watching the video right now, because we're gonna stream a full video on all these podcasts.
Yeah.
They can already see the stuff coming together. Like it's still missing some stuff. Yeah. And we still have some people I need to.
Yeah, like there's a big hint right here.
Yeah, right above our head.
Just sort of suspended.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, definitely lots to come. So pretty interesting.
It's gonna be sweet. But yeah, I don't know. We can spin off on a lot of different things. Personal, car. There's lots of things we could probably spin off on. So it's pretty sweet that way. And again, like if you guys have questions or whatever you guys want to answer towards any one of us, you know, we might even bring special guests on. Who knows?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It just gives a whole different element and different perspective. Mihai's had some experience being a guest star. So.
On a podcast, yeah, right on, with two girls getting coffee spilled on the kid. It's all good. One day it's like this, one day it's like that.
Yeah, but that podcast is a really good intro to Mihai himself. If you wanna check it out, it's Trends in the City did that, and
yep.
I think they called it Lamborghini Mercy, even though
it's not a Mercy.
Even though Mihai doesn't drive a Mercy, but hey, that's okay.
It's all good.
Totally fine.
They definitely spun it from the song, guaranteed.
Totally did.
There's no other way. Like, why would you think? Lamborghini Mercy does not rhyme.
Yeah.
If there's no rhyme there, they totally like, oh yeah, it was that one song.
Yeah, and they spelt it just like the song is.
Yeah.
They probably don't even know that it's from like Murcielago.
Yeah.
They probably didn't put two and two together, but hey,
Whatever.
that's fine. We'll let Megan know.
Yeah. You know, it's all good. They gotta slide sometimes. It's their first time. They're not car girls, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Let this one go
for sure.
The radar.
And that's what's interesting too, because like, you know, I know for their viewers that was something super different.
Super different, yeah.
And so like we want to try to, you know, think of some ways to do that, to bring you guys things that you won't see anywhere else, I guess. But, you know, just different things that people might not have the connections for or just.
I agree.
Yeah. So it'll be pretty interesting.
It's even like today, we met with a business that does non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah. Totally
really
different.
Car related at all. Nothing to do with a Lamborghini or an Audi R8. Nothing in that world, but found ways to connect in their world that made sense with ours, and we're gonna come and do some cool stuff with them because we both like the brand and the people behind it. So it'll be pretty sweet to see what their plans and ideas are with us and vice versa. But it's gonna be cool. Little inside tip, they're gonna be making a cocktail after Stitch, and they're literally gonna have it like layered by color scheme based on the color of the event, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like they were actually asking me for like the specific colors,
like the
colors of the car. I was like, whoa, it's getting pretty serious.
Excuse me as I just like use my mind to Google it. Like, oh yeah, the emblem of the car is this color code with this paint sample.
So you're telling me you're gonna get a liquid that is exactly blue Kylan. That's essentially what they're telling us.
Yeah,
so.
Which is, there's no way. Like, we'll get close, but you know, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, so like that's kind of, you know, the approach that Mihai started taking, and the approach, like I obviously see value in it. So, you know, we're gonna work on that together, of just more of a business approach, like to the content. You know, something where it's mutually beneficial for both parties, but something
100%.
something interesting for people to see. That's not just driving cars around and, you know, videoing cars getting repaired, because like it's not that interesting.
No, it's boring after a while.
Yeah, like you could have one of the nicest cars, but eventually you're gonna run out of stuff to do with it.
100%.
So
it's pretty cool. And even like as of right now, like being so premature as well, we've partnered up with some big names, some big people already supporting us. So I think the big thing was we want every car to be cookie cut with the same brands, the same, you know, modifications going on every car, and just to make it cool so we can showcase it all. And even right now we got VF Engineering, which is one of the biggest tuning companies pretty much in the world when it comes for tuning, and like their V10 supercharged platform.
yeah, for the exotics.
I'd say they're one of the biggest.
Yep.
So Nick sponsored all of our vehicles, so every car in the toy shop minus the Mustang is VF tuned. To give you an example, moving forward, any car that comes in will get a VF tune. We just brought on Mark 5 on board. He's one of my friends here locally. We also like really want to like focus on the local market as well and support that. So anything that's in the city that people are, you know, could use benefit between us, and it's a mutual way, obviously we can do that. But we got Mark V for any sort of labor, and they're a mechanic shop. Auto shield graphing for coatings on the cars. We've already set up with them. We got Lift King. Obviously, Brad pointed out to the lift. Both the lifts are Lift King.
Yeah.
They've hooked it up.
Big time.
Big time. We appreciate it, and everything Ross did as well. We got, obviously, the vaults have been a huge part of the contribution to the toy shop, and being very easygoing with everything that's going on and very open to the ideas that we have. So that's obviously super, super awesome. Who else have we got going on? And Nosatech, for any sort of color change, which is super sweet. They have a really cool pink sample film.
Yeah, so that's how Papa Smurf is
That's
going to be born.
Gonna be born. That's right.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because doesn't that like white guy in the Smurfs create like a Frankenstein in his castle?
Oh yeah, something like that.
And then like his cat freaks out.
Yeah, because he like traps the Smurf to try to like
trying to do stuff.
Do something with it. Yeah.
So kind of we're gonna create a Smurf kind of out of it, but it'll be with that color vinyl, which is super sick. So we got that for any sort of color change, anything that we want to do in terms of making it more fun in here. We might even do like a wheel of color choice where we spin the roulette table and let it go. So we got them. I think I think that's really...
Well, Ben too.
Yeah, Ben. So you guys will meet Ben, yeah, for sure. He'll get introduced in the video. He's going to be our PPF guy. So he's going to be the main guy installing all the paint protection film, the vinyl, and the coatings. And he'll be very closely with us in all this pretty much channel and content creation. He's going to be all in here. I feel like we're missing somebody, but I feel like we're not. I feel like that's who we got for a start. Yeah. Obviously, we're looking for more and more, and even various businesses. Doesn't even have to be automotive, right?
Yeah, for sure. Just like you saw today, like with a non-alcoholic drink company, like very different, but
it works out, right? Because they can leverage us and we can leverage them, and it's mutually beneficial to both parties. So
exactly. Like I'm not sure how much of car people they were, but they were stoked. Like they were super excited for the opportunities. So
100%. Yeah. So there's some cool things that comes out, and it's pretty cool to be able to represent Calgary and already have people excited about us representing Calgary in terms of on like the content world and the car world and stuff like that. So it's pretty sweet. Hopefully the borders open up here too, so we can actually execute our trip. Yeah, the big trip of a lifetime. Down to California. Yeah. We're gonna have auto rescue ship our cars down, but we'll see what happens with everything that's going on. It'd be nice, obviously, to get down there, but. Yeah, for sure. But hey, worst case, there's plenty of pretty sweet drives around here. So towards BC. Yeah, so we'll make something work. But that's pretty much. I don't know what are we sitting out there for some timeline. Oh, we're about 30 seconds. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Yeah. It's crazy how fast the time goes. Yeah, no. We're gonna try keeping these podcasts. Well, I guess series around 45 to an hour when we start getting on topics. But as you guys can see, like. It's pretty easy to talk. Yeah, for sure. Like basically we're trying to keep this as casual as possible. Like I'm fully expecting just to plug this into YouTube and post it. Not much work behind the scenes. So. Maybe just a little bit of edit and just clip it to the video and for sure. And do a little thumbnail and down the road once we start talking about more specifics too, I can clip in some of the videos that we've taken and not necessarily used for your stuff. So exactly. Yeah, so it'll get pretty interesting, but this is just sort of a brief overview of everything and what we're going to try to accomplish with these. Yeah, exactly. Little introduction. Little introduction to this series. So I think it's pretty funny. Stradman decided to do one too, so he was like reading our minds. Yeah, but this was in the works before that. Yeah, before his went live. Yeah, I promise it was in the works. He just stepped quicker. That's okay though. That's whatever. He's down in the States, a little bit different. So yeah, I don't really have much more to say for today. Obviously, we're gonna have like I said, the DMs open for next week. We are gonna try doing it every Thursday. Is gonna be the chat live. Yep. So we'll from today to Wednesday we'll plan and see what everyone's thoughts are on what they want to hear. Yep, for sure. And then we can we can kind of just talk, shoot the shit. Like I said, that's the whole idea of this, is just talk about random stuff that, you know, you guys can enjoy, and then that Brad and I can enjoy, and there you go.
Exactly.
So.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.